Global.
What's good? For the people who don't know what's going on, brother, introduce yourself.
I'm William King Hollis. It is an honor and truly a privilege, man, to be on this show today, man. Heard great things about you, King.
Nah, for sure. Likewise, bro. I seen you on Big D with a lot of motivational, you know what I'm saying, just your aura, you know what I'm saying? Just
Absolutely.
Like, it gave a lot of motivation. So, shit, when I met you, it was just like, damn, I just seen you. I literally had just seen you on Big D shit, and it's like we ran into each other. So, shit, first of all, man, appreciate you for coming to my platform, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I love what you're doing. Definitely keep doing what you're doing. But, shit, how did you get into, you know what I'm saying, like, speaking?
How you go live?
No.
We good.
All right.
No, for real, I fucked it up.
It's all right. Cause
Yeah.
I gotta be focused.
My bad. That shit.
All right, so say it one more time.
How did you get into, like, just speaking?
Well, man, about 6 years ago, man, I cracked my vertebrae. I was playing football, chasing a football dream. That dream came up short, and unfortunately, man, I ended up homeless in Philadelphia, Reading, PA, to be exact. And one day, man, I was helping coach an arena football team, and she saw me interacting with the players. I had a lot of energy, gave a lot of real life, punchlines and quotes that I used to take from my grandfather, and I would just learn from a lot of wise men. And she noticed the thing that I was saying to the players, because it was right next to our bench, right above it. And one day she saw me at the Turkey Hill gas station, probably like a week after, and was like, I saw you, but she didn't realize I was like sleeping over by there, homeless. And she said, I would like you to come volunteer to a group of young men I got at my school. I work at Reading Intermediate High School. And I was like, sure, that sounds like a great plan. She said, it's for students that basically can't function in the regular high schools and other places like that. Okay. So basically, man, I never spoke before, so I was like, yeah, I'll definitely come over and give a few words to them boys.
So this is like troubled teens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I went in there and I spoke within 5 minutes. The young Kings was crying, man. And I was talking about my story. The first time I ever talked about my story. A lot of us never really talk about our past. But when you talk about it, it started to make you emotional. It started to really make you feel like, dang, like, it'll show you how much you've been through. Right. And at this point, my mom was gone. My dad was incarcerated. My mom had passed over heroin overdose. Man, I walked out of that school after I spoke to him. And I was heading back to the hotel. I sneak in at nighttime with the players to commit suicide, man. And I got probably 3-4 minutes away from the hotel, and I got a phone call. They was like, how much do you charge to speak? I was like, $75, $100 or something like that. She said, I would like you to come back in a week to speak to a group of 500 students, basically the whole high school, more than 500. Basically, man, I spoke for the first time, got a standing ovation, and 6 years later, King, I'm over 500 million views on YouTube. I was the first speaker to speak during Milan Fashion Week for Philip Plein and Paris Hilton. I also made commercials for Yokohama Tires. I've done a lot of things, man. Got the #1 football speech in the world. If you type best football speech ever on YouTube, it's literally the #1 football speech in the world. And Kings and Queens, man, I did it all with my voice and my purpose. No marketing, no money.
Right, you got
an
album, you have books.
A gold album, also got a gold album. Man. I have a new book release. But I'll probably be like, dang.
You have a gold album and you're not even making music, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's definitely some history being made here from just speaking, like.
Absolutely,
you know
absolutely.
Now, were you shocked by the response of the album?
I was, King, because I tell everybody, my whole career speaking, I was talking to myself. The world just happened to hear it, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I recognized what it was. It was my calling. And when I went into them booths and spoke, I would put, because people don't know, I can rap. If I was a rapper, I would get signed. I freestyle. I have a, sound and vibrations is all off the voice, bro. Like, I got a raspy voice. I got a voice that'll captivate a person, it touch a person. It ain't really words you hear, it's like words you feel.
Yeah.
So when I'm in the booth, people don't know, I turn on hip hop beats and I create my messages.
Okay.
Like basically I feel it. And I know, bro, when I be speaking, bro, it's definitely the most high with me,
Like you
man.
also make album appearances, right? Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
On BPZ.
Yep, I did intro for On BPZ. King named King States out of Los Angeles, and that was something that I was just testing in. But I always loved music, and I always had a great ability to like.
How did that come about though? I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
What?
How you end up linking up with On BPZ? Like,
Man, honestly, man, I believe Top Dog Punch
okay.
has shared one of my quotes on his Twitter. I think a king named Vallejo Ken, the manager of OMBPZ, basically I heard some of my speeches or listened to some of my speeches on YouTube. I'm over 500 million views, so I know if you listen to any motivation, you had to hear me at some point. And he reached out via Instagram and was like, yo, Peasy, they try to get you on this album intro. So I went up to the studio. I literally told Peasy, I was like, yo, bro, I got you. And I went in the booth, man, and I dropped it. I freestyle everything. So they saw me freestyle it. I did one take. That one was decent. Then I did a second take. So it took literally 2 takes, man, and we was done with it. The intro was made, and Peasy went there and became the master that he is. And what he do is storytelling, man. The kid's amazing.
Yeah, for sure. So now, how do you feel like the hip hop community, or just the community in general, can just like, receive that message from you? Like, how do you feel like you get your message out to where, do you feel like the message that you give out is what we need right now as people?
I believe right now, I believe I'm at the right place at the right moment at the right time in my life. I know I was put on this earth to awaken minds, and not in a way where you look at me as a leader. You look at me as a brother that care about you. And the downfall to a lot of leaders and African American leaders is they take their brother's voice away. I never take my brother's voice away, because to take your brother's voice away is to kill him. I gotta give my brother equal right to stand on that stage, speak his truth, talk about his feelings. Let him be the one as well. You feel me? So I got a different mindset, and I'm trying to teach a new culture, man, a culture of giving without wanting. Without wanting nothing in return. If I know my brother hurting, if you ask me for it, I know you don't got it. I know you don't got it. So I'm not gonna get mad if that person don't give it back to me.
Yeah.
Because if I gave it to you, I could have gave it to you twice. Right. You feel me? I just don't give it to them if you don't got it. But don't talk about killing them and murdering them and all this other stuff. When your brother needs you, he needs you. It's hard out here, dog. Everybody ain't no hustler. Everybody ain't got that mentality, but that don't mean you turn your back on your brother just because he ain't got the hustle you got. Some people need to be led, bro. They not leaders. And if you that man that grew to be that man in your community, and you that leader, and you got that bag, and you got that money, help other people become great. I was talking about it the other day. There's 2 type of kings, man. That king that give you the money before you get out the car at the club, and that king that give you the money in front of all the women at the front door of the club. Them the suckers. And I told my dog, I said, there's 95% fake on this world and 5% real. What's your chance of finding that 5%? It's like a needle in a haystack, dog. So when you got that mentality, when kings do terrible things, bro, when you do sucker shit, it don't offend me. I knew you was a sucker. I knew you was 5%. 95%. I knew you was 95%. I knew it. So it don't trick me. I'm not upset.
Yeah.
It's like knowing, like,
you move different. Like, how you still show love? Like, did that not make you feel like, damn,
dog,
if you snake me like this, the next man might do it?
The thing about it is, dog, you can't move throughout life becoming bitter. You got to understand that good heart you got is special. It is something. It's just in the hands of an ungrateful person. Don't change who you are and that unique love about you because of another man. Then you'll be living your life for him for the rest of your life. He controls you. That anger, that past, it controls you. So when me, King, when you know you blessed, and hustlers know what I'm talking about. When you know how to go get this paper. You know when people do you wrong, they done they self wrong. But everybody talk about the principle. The principle done put too many kings in jail and got too many kings murdered. About a principle. I believe in Allah. Allah is the only one that laid my principles. No man got the right to talk about principle. Cause no man has been perfect. Ever.
And people go through different shit, bro. Everybody's story not the same.
Absolutely. And I agree. But like I said, any man that's controlled by another man and another man can control his emotion, you're not a man. You weak. You weak if another man can control your emotions. You weak in the battlefield, in the real war world. You weak. If you was in war, you would be dead. They be putting an American flag over your casket. Yeah. You weak. You're not militant.
So if you feel like somebody can get under your skin and make you act out of turn, you weak.
You weak. You just don't want to admit it. You weak. It's been plenty of time people got you out your character and you know you could have smashed them. They know you could have smashed them. So I'm not about to let this shrimp get me out my character. Oh, for sure. You weak. I got bigger things to get to.
For sure. Now, when you feel like you got that mindset?
Man, my dad was a street cat. My grandmother moved from Monroe, Louisiana to a city called Pontiac, Michigan. Started running numbers, had kids, taught all of them how to cook crack cocaine. When a boyfriend came into the house, they all sold it. I grew up in a trap house. My mama had me when she was 16. Everybody knew how to sell dope. If I would have took this voice and this aura and this personality to the streets, I'd be one of the biggest dope boys in America. Because I know how to lead. Your tongue, you can use it for positivity or you can use it for destruction. And you got to understand that. So coming from the back, I come from all dope dealers. The person that drove me to college for the first time was a dope dealer. And we drove to college because I had to put heroin in my boxer briefs, drop it off in Birmingham, and then go down to Tuskegee. That was my ride. You dig?
Yeah. Nah.
So when I tell people like, ain't nobody in the street talking like that street talk, my dad was a killer, man. I used to see my dad come in the house, black goods, blood on his shirt. He got bags of hot Cheetos and juice and Fagos for us. You feel me? And it was nothing. So when most people talk about gangster and all that, gangsters never talk about being gangster. Yeah. They never do.
Nah, it was something that went viral. You know, I think TMG spoke on like people shooting up houses and shit. How that's not gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you feel about that?
Cowards, man. And it's also, I'm not gonna bash all these kings. These kings lost and broken, bro. These kids don't got nothing to live for. So it's nothing for them to put their life on the line and shoot at anything. When you know you dying, it's only a matter of time. These young kings know they gonna die. They know it. They know about, I hear it all the time. I got little cousins in Michigan, all over, Los Angeles, Crip cousin, blood cousin, I got all that. And they talk about death like it's glorious. Like when I die, this how I'm gonna pop. You know, when I die, this how I'm gonna be remembered. It's because they don't know that they more, bro. They lost and they angry. You locked a people into a place and left them with no food to eat. And they started to eat each other. It ain't just us. It's systematic. It's spiritual. Yeah. You feel me?
I'm saying, but at the same time, bro, everybody got the same 24 hours, you know? Like, shit, like, I feel like it's all in how you think. You know what I'm saying? If somebody tell you all the time you ain't gonna be shit, it's up to you to just be like, I ain't gonna be shit, or shit, I'm finna make something happen, you know?
Goes back to what I just said, everybody not no leader.
So
everybody not no leader. It's individuals, every dope boy, every entrepreneur, every businessman. That's why Grant Cardone followed me. The $566 million real estate guru, this is why he followed me. I'm telling you, follow me, King. Those young bulls, bro, they don't know nothing. how can they become something that they never seen? You are asking a kid, bro, that's been told to do everything in his life. People was telling him what to do. And what he formed into, which I'm not saying he's a bad thing, he's a pawn. He's a pawn on the chessboard. But pawn still has a place on the chessboard. You feel me? You got your place. Some people need their big cousins or their brother to put them in a position. You can go take a kid out your hood right now, dog. You give him a bed, food, and make him come out here and clean that studio, hold this camera, you'll create a serial entrepreneur by just changing his environment, dog. But if you stuck in that, dog, you don't see nothing else. It's easy to say be all you can be. But I'm going back in my mind, nodding on the couch. My brothers and sisters are hungry. What you talking about, school? I'm starving, dog. Mouth open, starving, dog. I ain't never seen nowhere outside of this hood. For example, Dallas. My dog say, we drive this dope down there to Atlanta. This is my first time, might be the only time I ever get to go to Atlanta. They gonna ask him, why you move that dope? Was it for the money? No, dog. It was for the experience. It was to see something. Cause I never know when I'ma die.
No, for sure.
That's why they take that chance. Go murk that cat. Go murk that cat. It's my only chance to get $20,000, $30,000.
Man, a lot of these niggas ain't doing it for money though. I feel like it's
Now, what it's transforming into, it's always gonna be about the money. And I don't never want nobody to don't ever not believe that, because as that young dumb man grows,